it's Angel. I just wanted to say hello and how are you? And I wanted to share something that's been on my mind for the last couple of weeks. Some of you may know that a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I had my very first class exploring racism and prejudice through the arts, and it went pretty well. There are some things that I would change and some things that I really, really loved. So it's a growing process. But one of the things that came out of that class that I wanted to just take a moment to talk about today is this question of what can be done coming from our white brothers and sisters. The question is like, what can we do? What do you want us to do? And the question arose from that class, but it also is just the question that's out there. Like, people are wondering. I was talking to my neighbors the other day, and the same question that they asked, like, what can we do? Like, what is it? And I just think it's so important. And so I wanted to say something to that. I wanted to say something because, oftentimes we're focused on that really big thing. Like, you want to go out, you want to make this huge impact, you want to like tear down walls, and yeah, we all do. But what people don't realize is that oftentimes it can come from something very, very small, something that's often overlooked, and that is relationship, building relationships with people who don't look like you. Have you looked at the people who you associate and who you spend most of your time with? What do they look like? Do they look like you, meaning the same color, or is it the rainbow that you engage with? A lot of times, like, if we just are hanging around people who look with us, you're having these same ideas and you're only thinking about yourselves in that respect naturally. But when you allow yourself to be surrounded with people who don't look like you, when you allow yourself to get to know people who are different, then you get to learn about different ideas, you get to hear different stories, you get to care about them. you know Again, many of you know that I'm down here in Southampton as a pioneer. um, you come and you do church work, but outside of the church you figure out like how to reach people and how to connect with people. And one of the first things that they teach you is learning how to listen. And I just think that that is like that's it, like learning how to listen. And what they say and what that involves is it's more than just like, oh yeah, you do that, but listening is also like coming along beside them, putting aside your agenda and just getting to know people, just coming into the community, saying hi, getting to know them, attending different events, not saying like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this, but yeah, I'm here, I'm one of you, I'm a part of you. Become a part of this group without like this agenda, without saying like, oh, this is wrong, and I have all these ideas. If you would just do this, that this would be perfect. And initially when you're a pioneer, you kind of resist that a little bit. You're just like, but I want to help. If I did this, I did this. But you know that if you do that, you run the risk of alienating some people. I think similarly, in this case, with getting to know groups of people who don't look like you, sometimes you want to run full steam ahead and do that thing of tearing down these walls and all of that when your heart hasn't truly connected to the people. I find that if you truly connect to people, if you truly know them and you love them, you walk with them, you get to know them, you hear their stories, they become one of you, you become one of them, then you automatically want to help from a natural place, and it's a natural outpouring because you've gotten to hear them. You know what's needed. They know. You've talked together, and you're doing it in partnership. You're doing it with one another. And so one of the things that I would say, one of the most important things that you could do in this is expanding your circle. Going to different places and seeing different ethnic groups and really engaging, making new friends that don't look like you. When you do that, there will probably be some times when you may have some difficult discussions, but that's part of it. That's part of learning. That's part of growing. That's part of loving. When you open yourself, you soften your heart, you open yourself up to meeting people who are different from you and have different experiences. That is where we truly grow and learn to empathize with them and what comes after that is so strong, so much stronger than what would just going out trying to be a superhero and do something to rescue and save. So that is what I would say, that I would encourage all of you to look at your circle, who's in it. If you only socialize with people who look like you, like what can you do to meet people who don't look like you? To get out there and to learn and care. So that is the end of what I'm saying. I hope you understand. If you have any questions, please do put them down below. Remember, we are in this because we love each other, we love you, and we encourage you to be the light.
We're all in this thing together. We're gonna make it through. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Be there for me, I'll be there for you. When we're